everybody, it's Renee from Lovely Lavender Wishes, and I pray that you're all having a very blessed day today. I'm actually taping at night, so I'm having some, you can see, some problems with the lighting. It's all reflecting off everything. But I figured I'll show you, I was making some of these flowers, and I wanted to show you how I made them. Of course, there's YouTube tutorials on it, on the internet as usual. There's always YouTube tutorials, but I figured I'd show you how I make them. I posted these on Facebook and I had a couple people asking, can you show us how to make them? And I wasn't planning on it because, as you can see, I have glue literally everywhere. But since I'm making them, I'll just take you along on my journey and you can watch and see how I made them. I think recently I just watched one by Shabby Dabby Doodah, and she was showing how she made hers. And of course, I have to add my own style to it, I guess. So I added these little petals that I had and some little pearl dangles, I guess you'd say. Some of these I added ribbon to and a little bling in the middle. And then of course, y'all, with from my one of my last tutorials on doing ephemera with chains, I tried to do some flowers with chains on them, and I'm thinking of doing like a cluster like this and maybe putting these flowers together as a cluster attached with the chain in a journal, something like that. So of course I have to add my own little flair to it, but I figured I'd show you, take you on the journey, show you how I do these. There's probably a million ways to make different flowers, but these are made out of lace material, as well as maybe little felt flower pieces you may already have, fabric flowers. You can make these out of fabric, pretty much, material, anything you really want. So I was in the middle of making this one. I'll finish this one off a little bit later, but I'll show you what you need to have and do. So all of them have like a little base here at the bottom, just a cardstock base. So I just go in and punch a little circle out of cardstock just so I have something to put my material or lace on. And then the next thing I did was cut circles, all different size circles, out of, that's not really a circle, but some of them are circles, out of lace that I had. Lace, fabric, material, whatever you have. Again, I'm all about using what you have. Different sizes, different colors, whatever you want. This isn't even lace. This is this one's lace. This is some kind of mesh with like a design in it, probably from some clothes I had that I cut up. So, and a great way to do that, I have these big bolts of lace that I got for a couple bucks, I think, at a sale. Just cut out like a big square, and then you can, fold your square and fold it a few times, and then cut your circles out. So you're just cutting once and you're getting 4 or 5 different circles all at the same time. That's kind of what I did with this cream lace. So you just fold it as many times as you can. Like you can kind of see here, I folded it into like, I fold it in half, and then I cut my circles out. So one cut would give me four circles. I'm all about efficiency and doing things easy, quick, as fast as you can. Okay, so I'm not wearing anything on my hands because as I was doing this, I was getting glue literally everywhere. If you have a glue gun, that might work better. I don't really use glue guns. I just use my 3-in-1 glue that I put in this container. So the first thing you're going to do is put glue onto, let's get this glue started, onto your little base here. And this one's going to be a multicolored flower. I'm going to use a lot of these colors, I think. And you want to start with like your largest at the bottom and work smaller up. But what you're going to do is find which is your lacier side, I guess, or the pretty side, whatever side you want to show, and fold it so that side is showing. So yeah, I'm going to fold it like this. You're going to fold it in half like this. So fold your circle in half. And then you're going to stick it on halfway to your base. See that? And you're going to take your glue and put another glue dot in the middle and kind of hold it down. This is why, because I'm using lace, this is why I got glue everywhere, because the glue kind of goes through. and I had everything sticking to my hands. So again, you're gonna stick the other half to the other side of your base, open it up and stick another little dollop of glue right there in the middle just to kind of hold it down. And so here you have. Okay, and so you see your seam right here. What I do next is I put glue down the seam, and then you're gonna take your next pieces of lace and let's see, fold it in half. And now you're gonna go the opposite. So if your crease is going this way, you're gonna lay your next petals, this way. So perpendicular to that middle crease. And then again, just repeat. So glue on the bottom, you're gonna lay some lace down. Let's see if I can cut another circle out of this real quick. I'm out of some cream circles. And it doesn't matter if the circles are all the same size or not. You're gonna trim this when you're done if you have like big pieces sticking out or what have you. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna fold that in half, stick it there, open it up if I can. I mean, you don't have to, if the glue's already going through, I don't think you really need to put another little piece of glue on the inside to hold it, but I just do to kind of make sure it's all being held. So here's what I have so far. So my first petals were going this way, you can see, up and down, and then these petals you put in perpendicular. So the next, here's my crease. I'm gonna put glue across the crease, and then I'm gonna lay my petals this way across the crease and just keep alternating all the way up. So you figure out like what kind of colors you want next. Let's see. Let's see. I've got some more of this color. Let me grab it and do another circle. Where's the end? So y'all, just craft along with me. But yeah, I got these big bolts of lace, I think from Walmart, if I remember correctly. They were all on clearance, and they were selling like yards and yards of this lace for just $5 for the whole thing of these. So I've got this wine color and the, oops, sorry, hit the camera. Got this purple and got this cream. I've got a whole jar or a whole container full right now. Okay, this one's a little big, so let me cut this down a little bit more. But yeah, you just kind of eyeball it and do whatever you think is looking kind of right for you. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue down the center crease, along the crease. I'm going to fold my lace in half and stick it perpendicular to that crease. And then you open up your little petal, put a dollop of glue, shoo, and stick it. So there's a lot of glue everywhere. And this is why I was having issues all day. I had everything sticking to me because I had so much glue on my fingers. There's probably a way better way of doing this, but this is the way I'm doing it, and it worked, so. Okay. Oop, let's get this stuck. After a while, everything just starts sticking to my fingers and not where it's supposed to be sticking. And you want to kind of press it down in the middle too, so you get that like indentation, you know, of the flower. So here it is so far, what we've got. Let's see what other colors. Should I do some black on there and then end it with some white on top? Yeah, I might do that. Okay, so again, you put the glue down the center crease. You fold your piece in half and put it perpendicular along that crease. And then you want to open up that petal and put a little piece of glue, a little dollop of glue right in the middle and push it down. And once it starts drying, let's get a smaller piece. Once it starts drying, it all stays real well and it stops sticking to everything. Okay, so you can be doing this just with fabric, okay? Or you can add, I have things like this that I showed you on, like this one, little petals, or this one, little petals. So I've been collecting these, you know, pulling these off different things, flowers and what have you. But I have little petals. You have mesh petals, paper petals, satin petals, you know, here's some mesh ones. So you can add some of those in if you'd like. Let me see if I could find, this one's cute. This one, okay. And then, or if you have something like this, like the flowers, like these, I've got a bunch of these, all different colors. So you can add these, you know, to a layer. So if you wanted to add this as a layer, that's what I did on this one. I added one kind of like this and then put lace on top. Let's see, I think I did, here were some mesh little leaves right there, or little petals. So you can add whatever you want. So I'm gonna put some glue again across the seam, and I'm gonna put a couple little petals here. And you kind of figure out like how far you want them sticking out. You can put them on different angles. They don't have to be in a straight line. You can put them wherever you want them to be hanging out at. Okay, and then add some more lace. I'm gonna cut some more circles out of here. Kind of circles. I need to get some more lace out, I think. Here, let me get my lace out. I'm not very prepared tonight. I was just kind of doing this on the fly. So I'm gonna cut some. So here's the kind of like what I was telling you earlier. Here is your lace, fold it in half, and then cut your circle, or fold it in half and fold it in half again, or in half again, as many times as you want, and then you can cut out your circles. But here's my circles. Looks like my phone is running out of memory, so if I get cut off, I might have to do another video and continue this, y'all. So we shall see what happens here. So I'm gonna add that one, fold this one, push down, and let's see, what am I gonna finish with? Maybe this, maybe I'll have that purple. Okay, and then a lot of times what I do to finish this, I'll put some glue in the top, and then I'll take one circle and then just kind of lay it in there and squish it. So it's kind of like a, I don't know, bunched up little piece in the middle. But this is the hard part. This is the part that gets glue everywhere. Because you got to kind of hold it a little so it'll stay. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So I'll squish this piece in the middle. And it keeps sticking to my fingers. But you hold it a little, let it dry a little and get a little set. And then if you carefully remove your hands without everything sticking to you, you've got this little kind of squished piece in the middle. And then you're gonna finish it off with some centers. So you can either put like a pearl piece, sticker, you know, piece in the center. Like I have these little pearls that you can take apart and stick in the center. You can get a little gem, stick a gem in the center. You can add something like this to your flowers. So if you want to add something like this, or a chain or something, the chain you would have to add first, because you would have to put a hole in your base with an eyelet. Let's see if you can see. As you can see, I put a hole in my base with an eyelet, and then I attached the chain first to both bases, and then I glued the flower on top of that. Here I have like a little gold sparkly center, but if you're gonna do a chain or something like that, you wanna glue that first. If you wanna add something like this, all you do is cut the piece out that you want. So you're gonna cut the piece that you want, and then you're gonna figure out where on the flower you want it to come out. So I'll have it like coming out here. So I'll put a dab of glue. I'll figure out, like I'll tuck it in between these two petals, and I'll put a dab of glue. My glue's starting to, right under there. And then I'll stick this in there with the glue, and I'll shove it in as far as it'll go with the glue and hold it down so it dries, and then I'll curl it over and figure out the other side of where I want it to stick in. Hope y'all can see this, what I'm doing. Okay, I'm putting some glue in there, and then I'm going to take this end and stick it in the glue there and then hold it down. So now I have it hanging out here. And then my last piece I have to put, let's see, put some pearls. I literally got glue everywhere, everybody. Let's see. And to reinforce it, I'll put a piece of glue on the back of this. And then try to stick this on without it sticking to me. And shove it in there. And hold it tight. Should probably get a bigger pearl. And then once everything is done drying, you can fluff up your flower. And if these are hanging out too much, what I like to do is I like to kind of make petals. So I'll do like little wavy, I'll cut these into like little wavy, you know, wavy motions around it. So it looks not just like a circle or whatever, but it looks like little petals sticking out or something, like, you know, make it a little unnatural, kind of, not just so it's like a complete circle around. But yeah, you can trim these as you go and then fluff these up as fluffy as you want, especially once they dry. You can fluff them up. You can have all different colors, all different layers. You can have these little, I might put a bigger centerpiece in here, or actually I might put a bunch. I might make another circle. We'll see. So, but anyways, that is the gist of how to make these. It's actually very simple, and you don't even have to fold them and put them in like that. You could get one of those, get a base, and then squish, you know, put the glue on the base and squish your fabric onto the base like this, squish it, and it'll glue like that, if you can see that. It'll glue like that, and then put another layer on and squish it, and put another layer on and squish it, and you can do that too. So there's a variety of ways you can do it. I kind of do a combo. I'll squish the top, and I'll fold the bottom one, so you're getting like this petal kind of look around the whole thing. But that's the gist of it. So have at it, y'all. I hope you have fun. I would love to see what you create, and have a very blessed evening, and I will see you all next time. I have to go wash my hands now because I'm just covered with glue again. But thanks, y'all. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.